Yeah, don't hate me, dog, hate my car. It ain't that dope, but I'm still a star. Y'all don't give a fuck, Shank Smith, yeah, then why you thinking of me?
Hey guys, welcome to the RSC Podcast. I'm gonna get into it right off the bat. Andrew, how are you this week? What's on your mind, man? I wanna know what you're thinking.
Well, I'm just thinking about, the Packers' upcoming game Sunday, hoping Aaron Rodgers will play for Thanksgiving, because it doesn't look like he's going to play this Sunday against the Vikings. We got the rookie, Tolson. And then Thanksgiving, looking forward to football. That's about it. Maybe some ham. Don't really feel like dealing with too much of the family. They take it too seriously.
Who do the Packers play on Thanksgiving?
We're playing the Lions.
Should
we
be a
need
good
to
matchup.
hopefully have Aaron Rodgers back for that game. Needs to do some more pain pills.
You know who I want to see on Thursday? Calvin Johnson! Calvin Johnson!
Well, that son of a bitch wasn't playing when the last time we played him. So, our secondary hadn't played very well. So hopefully,
That man puts my fantasy team on his back every week.
He'll
He
probably
carries me
get
to
200 yards, but I'm just gonna go ahead and hope the Packers still win something.
Nothing I enjoy more than fantasy games where my team's not involved. Because I like the Redskins, and they get fucking trounced every week. Speaking of which, I'm not looking forward to Monday because I'm not looking forward to the Colin Kaepernick has not been good all week. He'll probably torch us like 400 yards, 300 passing, 100 rushing. He'll probably stiff arm D Hall to the ground. He'll spin Bakari Rambo and truck Philip Anderson, destroy our whole secondary in one play or something because that's how we've been doing. And RG3 will do it just enough. But this is what I fucking hate about the Redskins. Is they suck for 3 quarters. And then finally, when you're about to turn the fucking game off and just quit, they're like, here we go. Here's a glimmer of hope. We're going to come back. So then it's 24-16. And you're like, holy fuck. We've got the drive. We're coming down. We're going to win the game. And then they throw a fucking interception. I feel like an abused spouse or an abused girlfriend. Like I feel like I just came out of a battered women's shelter. I'll come out and I'll be like, hey baby, what's going on? And the Redskins are like, nothing much. Where's my dinner? I'm like, I don't know. And then punch right in the face, and I'm like, oh my god. And then the Redskins will come back in a week and be like, I'm sorry, baby, I love you, please come back, I'm changed. And I'm like, okay, Redskins, I believe you. And then what happens? I forget to make a sandwich and get punched in the other fucking eye. So the Redskins do to me. It's bullshit. Anyways, I'm ranting on a tangent. Josh, how are you doing? What'd you do this week?
Not a whole lot. I've been watching the Cavs games. Dude, they're fucking killing me. Like, the defense has just been terrible.
It hasn't been good.
No,
Thank God Ovechkin got 2 goals, though. We almost came back.
Yeah, but that dude, you watched that game. It was terrible. Like we owned maybe the first half of that period until they scored. Then they pretty much owned the rest of the game. It was just like.
And the Wizards lost. Yeah.
Well, of course they did.
Fuck you.
I was just really depressed on Backstrom's breakaway, where he had breakaway. And he that was a bad breakaway.
I don't think it was as bad as you think it is. It's just I think the goaltender just did a good job. He went down to the butterfly, closed up all the holes, the 5 and the 7, and Backstrom was kind of left with oh shit, where the fuck am I gonna go? Yeah. You can tell he tried to go left to try to make him slide to open up that 5 hole, which is why he ended up shooting 5 hole, but he didn't buy it. He just fucking
5 hole was closed for a second before he even chatted. I was like, no Backstrom.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Where he tried to move to make him open it, because he did move, but he moved both legs together. Most goalies don't do that.
Yeah, we kind of got robbed by a really good goaltending performance last night too.
Yeah,
he played really well.
I was like, but that won't last for them. I was like, he's not that solid of a goaltender.
Well, he has been for the past 2 weeks.
But it won't last. I'm telling you. I was like, he's been in the league too long. If he was really going to be a high level talent by now, he would have been.
I didn't even know who he was really. I figured he was a rookie.
No, he's been around a while.
Well, you guys just made me even more depressed because after I ranted about the Redskins, we talked about how the other Washington teams can't win a fucking game either. So I'm depressed. Now we got to go to break.
Welcome to DC, everybody.
Yeah, right. Like I said, battered women's shelter.
Go Packers.
But anyways, guys, we got a pretty good show planned out for you. Something involving porn, which I know you guys are buying hook, line, and sinker. You're gonna stay on tune for that one. We're gonna talk about movie premises that we hate and why they're dumb. You ever think, you know what? I'm about to get on another rant. I gotta go away. We also got some advice with Andrew and another segment of Josh's Game Corner. So come back, guys, and listen to one of our other segments. Welcome back, guys. We're gonna get into a topic that we've been kind of bitching at each other about during the break here. Movie premises we hate and things that we hate. And I'm going to get right into it because me and Andrew are having a discussion off the topic. I think Thor as a superhero is bullshit because he's not a superhero, he's a Norse god. And Andrew, I'm going to let you provide your counter-argument before I destroy you. Go.
Well, Thor is an alien because that's the premise in fucking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They told us that he's an alien because he's Asgardian, and they came, and it's actually not Norse mythology, it's history.
Okay. If my laptop was working properly right now and had a better Wi-Fi connection where we're filming, I would Google Thor right now, and the first thing to come up would probably be the second movie. But the second thing would be about how he's a Norse god, and Asgard is where they lived. Hence, they would be Asgardians. His brother was Loki. His dad was Odin. They are both mentioned in his lore as a superhero, but they are gods.
I'm pretty sure I know what Asgard is. I played Skyrim, and I've made it there.
Okay, first off, different Asgard.
No, it's not.
In Skyrim.
Same thing.
But then, okay, we're going to get into a really nerdy comic book fucking gay discussion right now, and I'm fine. We'll get into the movie thing in a second. But, okay, Skyrim is a completely different universe. So you're going to pull in a video game universe which has nothing to do with what we're talking about as your counter-argument?
I'm just pulling it all together. Mashing it all into one.
You just said that...
You're talking about reality, and I'm talking about what I want to talk about, which makes my arguments correct.
I don't...
It's hard to argue against that, isn't it?
It's hard to argue against it because it's not an argument. Like, you basically what I'm imagining you doing right now is you waving a white flag but wearing a shirt that says, I know I'm fucking right. So basically what you're doing is you're admitting that you're wrong to me, but you're still justifying your argument in another argument for some reason to still say you're right. You want to win without losing.
I like to think it's called being, politically correct, alright? I'm right when I'm wrong. Let's just get it straight.
That's not politically right, that's just politics.
Exactly.
Anyways, now that we get that out of the way, not really, we're still going to probably talk about it in the next break, but whatever. We'll get back on this podcast. We derailed the podcast with 2 minutes of us arguing with each other, that's fine. We're going to talk about movie premises and ideas in movies that we just can't stand, just because we want to tell you guys some public opinion, and let's be honest, 3 people listen to it, so whatever, we're going to talk about what we want to talk about. No one tells us what they want to hear anyways, because no one listens. So anyways, Andrew, what type of movies do you hate?
I hate all the movies that are geared towards the teenage girls, like Jumper. Movie drives me crazy. You got the guy with, the gay little haircut, and he's got the freaking ability to jump, to do whatever he wants. And then, I forget the name of the movie, but it's the one with the chick, and she can see, demons and stuff. And all the little teen girls are going crazy for that movie. I remember when I seen the previews. And, they imagine themselves as a girl. She's such a badass. And she's just some young bitch that has, oh my god, you can see fucking demons. That's not going to help you kill them. And then she's got all, the hot guy that are, going after her to help her out. And they're like, yeah. Alright, that's what I got for now. What do you think, Josh?
No, I agree with you. It's kind of dumb, the presence they set for that, because, alright, let's be honest. The girl in Jumper's good looking, but if that guy could jump into a bank vault, steal money, and then jump to a supermodel's home, or, jump to, Vegas or something, he could probably do a lot better. And let's be honest, if you can jump into a bank vault and steal money, do you really want to give it to a girl? No.
Exactly.
One-night stands are so easy.
Be jumping to a new girl every night.
Yeah, you wouldn't even have to sneak out.
Yeah, there's no sneaking. You just fucking be like, man, I wish I was at home. Poof, gone. She doesn't even know. But you could fuck with her though. You could open up a window and leave the door kind of cracked. She's like, how did he leave? I don't even know. I'm like, ha ha.
Or just pop back after she wakes up, oh, forgot my pants, and just pop out and leave.
What the fuck was that? Is he Nightcrawler? Yeah, and then the other one you said about the demons. I didn't watch the movie. I know which one you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it. But she's walking down the street, and then she sees some fucking thing go by, and then 4 hot guys run by, and they're like, you can see us? Dude, you're so awesome.
Oh my god, you're special. Don't all you young teenage girls want to be special too? And that's pretty much how it goes.
Alright, Josh, how about you? What kind of premises you hate?
I hate chick flicks. I can't think of any. I can't think of any that have come out recently, but I hate the goddamn premise of it. It's just especially the fact that they try to gear it towards like guys a little bit. It's like, oh, we got a little something for you too. It's like, no, just don't even try. We're not gonna like the movie.
They make our lives impossible. Like movies like The Notebook, they're like, oh, look how amazing this guy is. Look how not amazing your boyfriend is.
What annoys me even more about that, because I know when he said the chick flicks that they try to gear towards us, I thought of the ones. Do you guys remember the MMA movies? Where like the guy's like, I'm an MMA fighter, and it's like a chick flick, and they're like, we're gonna fight, and they're just like, I forget what it was, but it's like, they're in high school, and they have like 6-packs, and they're like, they go to this party at the end of the year, and it's like, this is the after party at prom. Hey dude, you're a fag. No one talks about me like that. Stand back, baby. They have like this big ass like MMA fight. How many 17-year-olds do you know that are training for MMA?
None.
I guess we don't live in California. Maybe Virginia's different.
No, we just know people that get in those dumb street fights.
At least that's more plausible than like 2 17-year-old dudes being jacked, look like Pauly D, and like they're just fucking fighting over this one 16-year-old girl in an MMA fight in the parking lot. And then at the end, it's always, and this is going to kind of segue into the movies I hate, but at the end of those fights, there's always like this healthy respect. It's like, dude, you pack a hell of a punch, bro. Yeah, that was stupid. Yeah. And I do like the bro slap, and then he walks off with the girl, and she's like, you're so hot. He's like, I know, baby. And then he gets into the movie, and all the girls are like swooning because they're like, oh man. And then, like Andrew said, it makes regular guys look bad because it's like, why the fuck don't you have a 6-pack? Because I have a fucking job. Like, I can't fucking just work out all the time. Like, that guy's an actor. He gets paid to do that. So he just gets to work out. Like, hey, you're not as good a shape as Robert Griffin III. Well, no fucking shit. He gets paid millions of dollars to play football. He gets to work out all the time. He's in top physical condition. If he gets hurt, he's got top trainers. He came back from ACL surgery in like 9 months because he has top physicians. Like, no, if I get an ACL injury, I'm done for like 6 years.
I like that, especially with like the one movie you're talking about. I was like, that asshole guy that's done fucked everybody over the entire movie just comes up and is like, hey man, you pack a hell of a punch. Everyone thinks he's a good guy now. It's like, no, that motherfucker hasn't changed.
Yeah, no, he's still the same asshole that like gave kids swirlies and like made the one girl commit suicide because he posted naked pictures of her in high school or something. Like, that's that guy. That's who he is. He's not changing.
He's just a terrible person.
Exactly. And then the movies I hate. I can't stand them. Rocky is notorious for them, and there's a bunch of them, but it's always that the main character is a fighter or an athlete, and he can't overcome his main adversary for the whole movie. He'll have like 3 or 4 fights against the same guy, and he'll be defeated. Like, unanimously defeated. Like, doesn't even pack a punch. Like, the guy will just dodge him, hit him in the face, knock him out, and they're like, oh man. But at the end of the movie, he'll meet like an old black guy or something like that, and they'll be like, you need to learn how to do this. And they'll teach him like one stupid punch that you can't throw in real life or you'll get made fun of. It's like, step, pop your elbow back about halfway. Then when you punch, say yes, and twist your fist right at the end. And you'll punch him in the face and knock him right out. So they do this like shitty montage where he's like catching fish or like riding a bike, and then like he'll see him pat his daughter on the head. They'll do like 3 pull-ups, and then it'll be like pass to the end of the fight. And the guy's sitting there and he's getting hammered by this guy because he didn't do what his trainer told him. He forgot the whole time. Like, the whole reason for the montage was he learned how to beat this guy, but he forgot for the first 5 minutes of the fight. So he's getting pummeled by this guy who looks like he's like from Sparta. He's just punching him in the face. And at the end, he'll be like falling down to the ring, and it'll be like an 8 count. He'll be like, 7, 8, and then at that time will stop. It'll have an inner monologue that lasts for 30 seconds, even though he's only got 2 to get up. And he'll look at his daughter and be like, I fucking love you. This is for you, baby. And he gets up with a mild concussion. He probably shouldn't get out. He needs smelling salts. The NFL wouldn't let him get back in the bench. But he gets up, and he'll stand there, and he'll do like a almost Dragon Ball Z-like thing, and it'll still be slow motion. It'll be slow motion for like 3 minutes while he's doing this whole inner monologue thing. And he'll step back, and take his elbow back about halfway, and it'll look like he's charging up Kamehameha wave. And the other boxer will stand there and look at him, and he'll do like some like shitty smirk and like spit something out, and then get ready to just like uppercut his head off, like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. And then the guy will be like, I fucking love you! And he'll go up and he'll go, yes! And he'll twist his fist at the last second, and the guy's face will explode. And everyone will be like, yes, that's murder, but thank God we had a boxing sanction licensed by Las Vegas. Woo! You win! And his daughter will see him kill somebody in cold blood, but she'll love him. Like, the first thing will happen, his 8-year-old daughter will run through a bunch of drunken fans through the crowd somehow, not get hurt, and jump in the ring like, Daddy, I love you! And his face is mangled, like his eyes he can't even see. His like lower lip was falling off, and he's like, I love you too, baby! And they never done a movie with like the post-concussion syndromes. Like, I want to see the Rocky 9 where Rocky doesn't remember who he is.
Well, that's because at the end of all those fights, for some reason, they're, like, miraculously fine. Like, they're not, like, wavering anymore. They're just like, Adrian, and celebrating. They're all fucking, like, hyped up again. It's like, motherfucker, you should still be, like, close to death.
Yeah, like, I'm just waiting for, like, the last movie Stallone's gonna make where he's, like, 87, but still has, like, a body of a 40-year-old because he does steroids all the time. And they'll be like, Alright, Sylvester. The only thing we got for you work-wise, because that last movie you did with Arnold Schwarzenegger about the prisons was terrible, what we need you to do is go around in a wheelchair for this whole movie while your daughter talks to you and tries to tell you about how great you used to be, but you can't remember anything because you've been knocked retarded through all the fights that you went against, and Adrian has been dead for years, and you can't deal with that. Like, I want to see that real movie. Like, where's that movie at? I want to see real life. Like, we've had enough overcoming obstacles in the Rocky series. Like, didn't he come back in the last one as, like, 70-year-old man and, like, box like a 30-year-old dude or something?
Yeah, and his son told him, like, the entire time he couldn't do it. And then, like, at the very end of the fight, he's like, I know you can do it, Dad. He's like, I'm not an asshole.
Yeah, like, where does that come from? It's like, dude, you're a 65-year-old man. What are you doing? No, don't get in the ring. That guy's 28 years old in the physical prime. Athletes have only gotten better. Like, do you think Joe Montana wants to go out there and be hit by DeMarcus Ware or fucking Clay Matthews? No. It's dumb.
Yeah.
But whatever. That was our little rant about movie premises you hate. Maybe you guys can comment. Shit, you guys won't even watch, so I don't even know what I'm asking. Anyways, we'd love to hear what movie premises you guys hate. You guys can maybe comment on us, tell us what's going on. You know, you could destroy us for my thoughts of maybe why I'm such a cynic and want to see a terrible movie about a man that's in his 80s and has postpartum depression and has been knocked retarded. You know, you can kill me for that. I've been told worse. Anyways, that's it for that. I think up next we're going to have Josh's Game Corner. Welcome back, guys. We're going to get to the segment Josh's Game Corner. Josh has got a game for us to preview for us this week. What do you got for us, Josh?
I'm going to do Infamous Second Son. It's a PS4 exclusive title. Comes out in March on the 21st. This game takes place 7 years after Infamous 2. And uses the good ending as canon. And if you don't want to listen to spoilers, you might want to leave. Basically, it takes place after Cole sacrifices himself. He kills all the other conduits for the sake of humanity. But somehow in this game, I guess they're going to explain how some survived, because you're going to play a different conduit whose powers is to actually absorb other people's powers. Which sounds like a pretty awesome premise. I'm really excited about that, but they've only showed off 2 of the powers he gets so far, which are going to be like Smoke and Neon. Neon, they've really only shown how it makes you like move faster, travel around the map. Like they've really mainly focused on the Smoke powers, which look like it's going to be the main one. Or like you can go through vents to travel, like, and you can like kind of appear and reappear places. Like, it's kind of like a dodge. You can just turn into a cloud of smoke and then move over. That way you don't like get hit with bullets, and that stuff looks pretty awesome. It also, the main enemy is like this military branch that's kind of like purely out to exterminate conduits and make humanity like not evolve, basically. That's basically all conduits are. It's kind of like the mutants from X-Men. They're just evolving to like the next stage. And that's kind of like the entire premise of the game. For the most part, that's all that's been released so far. I think it's going to be fucking awesome, though.
So this one's going to get away more from the lightning powers that Cole had. Like, he had almost purely lightning powers last one, right?
Yeah, like, that was his main ability. Like, in the second one, you could kind of get, like, a second side ability, depending on, like, whether you played good or evil. You could get napalm or ice. But they really didn't do a whole lot for that. Like, it was still mainly the lightning powers.
So this one's going to dwell more into having, like, more array of superhero-type powers to make you feel more godly.
Yeah, which I think is going to be cool. Like, especially if they start revealing some better powers. I was like, Smoke one seems cool, but Neon seems kind of eh.
I gotcha. Well, that kind of makes me think, guys. Andrew, if you could have a superpower, what superpower would you have?
I'd have to go with the ability to fly, probably.
Flying?
I think flying would probably be the most badass thing.
It's definitely probably one of the most beneficial because you'd save so much in gas.
Well, if I was gonna go beneficial, I'd go teleport and just steal money all the time.
Or you could be a nice person and fly
I'm not.
and take the money you take from gas and then sock that to the
Did
bank.
you hear my previous argument? I'm not. I'm stealing money.
Well, I'm saying, like, couldn't you, like, steal money and fly? Like,
Yeah,
if you
but
robbed a
I'm
bank,
gonna
you could
be
just
caught.
fly away.
Yeah, but I feel like...
Motherfucker, wear a mask. How do people get away with it in cars?
I guess that's true. I can still steal money, but it's not as easy. Like, I can just teleport.
And, oh, they're gonna come to your house and take you? Oh, God. Let me just fly in the sky and they can't
But,
catch
like,
me.
I can be shot. Like, I don't have invulnerability.
Fucking fly better. Dodge the bullet.
Well, like, how fast can I fly? Like,
I don't know, that's up to
I
you.
fucking fly at Mach 8. No, I know.
Fucking Mach 8?
I would probably disintegrate.
Your
if I
skin,
flew.
your skin would be gone. You die. Like, that's
Well, maybe-
gonna... It makes me wonder about Superman. Like, thank God he's fucking an alien because that motherfucker die.
Just made me think of Daniel Tosh. And it's like, how does Superman fly faster? Does he just push his arms more forward? Does he have like a one arm with a bitch mode?
Well, what about you, Josh? What power would you have?
Yeah, I was gonna go like with the lightning power. So I was like, because that's one of the main things that got me into Infamous. Was like lightning's pretty badass. But I also kind of like would like kind of want the powers of like the Grim Reaper too. Like,
Oh, whoa, buddy.
I think that'd be kind of cool.
Powers of the
you
Grim
know,
Reaper.
If we're gonna do that, I'll be like, I wish I had the powers of fucking Superman, and then I would be like,
That's fine. No one's putting
fucking
limits on
down.
it here.
Motherfucker, first off, I said one superpower, and what the fuck are the
Exactly,
powers
Josh.
of the Grim Reaper?
Exactly. You want to murder people, John? That's real fucking nice.
I want to murder people untouched. Okay, that's a weird power, but that's one power.
Well, I mean, I'd like to be able to control it, of course, but like
This guy's asking for the fucking world.
No, I'll be honest. I was like, we all know there's people out there that just need to die. I was like, and they're not doing it fast enough.
So what I'm hearing right now is that you two would be super villains right off the bat. Like, Josh wants to exterminate people that he doesn't think should live. Andrew wants to rob from everybody.
I think I'd be more of an anti-hero.
If I could just look at people and they would die, that'd be pretty cool, right?
Well, I think the
Not
Grim
even
Reaper has
touch
to.
them, just look at them.
Yeah, I think the Grim Reaper has to
How
touch
are they
them.
how are they gonna prove that?
It's like you either have to touch them or like I think you have to get them with the scythe or something like that.
I've never heard of someone when I asked anyone about superpower, they've never been like Grim Reaper powers.
How about the Death Book powers? Like, oh, what's your
Death Note?
bam, dead.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool too, but I'd still rather have more like Grim Reaper-ish.
Yeah,
Okay.
but then you're gonna get caught because you're like, oh, every time this guy touches you.
What are they gonna do to him?
Yeah, really, I'm
Are
down.
they gonna arrest him? They're gonna get close enough to arrest him?
Yeah.
It's like, you want to put these handcuffs on me? Come on, let's do it.
Then you fucking wear gloves. They're like, oh, now what are you gonna do?
They're just probably gonna shoot him.
Touch their face? I don't know. Touch something that's not their
It's
hands.
good. Like if I could be like, oh, if I look at somebody.
But if I had the Grim
die.
Reaper powers, can you kill death?
Yeah, but we didn't. We gave you the power to kill people on touch, not the Grim Reaper powers.
Yeah. You get one power, you asshole, not powers.
Exactly.
Fine, if we're going that way, I'll probably just do lightning.
Yeah, you gotta be inconspicuous if you're gonna kill people. Like if I look at you, you're dead.
I don't know, I don't think-
How are they
Well,
gonna
I never said looking. But I was like, as far as I know, you can't do that.
Well, that's what I said.
I don't think lightning's too inconspicuous. He's still gonna kill people with lightning. It's just gonna be a lot more obvious when lightning bolts come from his hand, like he's Darth Vader, and people.
And I definitely
fucking
want
go
that
off.
like red lightning from like the original Infamous. That shit was badass.
Sounds pretty cool. I've never seen red lightning, but it sounds pretty cool. How about invisible lightning? Because then they don't fucking know what you're doing.
Nah, I want people to know.
Oh, Josh, like
it's like I did this.
All right, I guess you're gonna need it. You're gonna need a fucking outfit.
Oh, definitely. I was like, I'm not gonna be like rolling around just like in my like Haps hoodie like.
But good luck getting away since you can't fly.
But I guess like if he has
Lightning
electric
fast.
powers, he can probably do other things like Static Shock. Like flew around on a trash can lid. I'm sure you could pull something off like that.
Or maybe I can just
Well,
move
I mean-
lightning fast with the lightning. I don't know.
I mean, I know
Move
how
lightning fast
I know
with
how
lightning.
it works when you
Yeah.
charge certain metal objects with tons of electricity. You know how.
Okay, so first
how it
off,
lets you fly.
we're gonna get
but,
into a discussion about what superpower you'd have, and then you're gonna analyze it past that and say that he can't fly around a trash can lid.
Hey, well, we can't give him a second power.
That's not
He's
a second
got
power.
lightning
It's
powers.
going off by his electric power.
Oh, he can just randomly fly because of electricity. All right.
He's just butthurt because he.
It's like,
I
I
guess
didn't get all this shit.
I'm invulnerable while I'm flying. How about that too?
I don't care.
Just because
That's
I can
cool.
fly while I'm flying, I'm invulnerable.
We can do ideal situations too.
Well, what's Heath's superpower? What would Heath want?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking about it because, like, I was thinking immortality would be cool, but then that's like that's the worst burden in the world. Because at the end of the life cycle, all your friends and family, love, die. So that's a terrible burden. Unless unless I join you guys' fucking trio of evilness, and then I just wouldn't care because I have no friends, and then I would just take all the money that we accumulated when you guys die because I'm immortal.
Wait.
So,
what was that movie where all the three guys got the superpowers because they went to like that?
I know what you're talking about. We watched it. We liked it a lot too.
Like they could communicate with each other because they got all the powers from the same place. Like
that was pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool powers to have.
Because they basically kind of
that was like god powers. They had everything. They had they could control lightning. If they got angry, they could fly.
Well, they had really good telekinesis.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
If you have really good telekinesis, you can do both. But the one guy was pretty fucking evil.
Well, he only went evil because he was picked on, though. He wasn't evil initially, and he just didn't know how to deal with shit. Because he thought that one kid was just being friends with him to be a dick. But I guess in that case, I'd probably like badass telekinesis powers. Because I feel like with telekinesis, I can do whatever the fuck I wanted. Like, if I got good enough, I could be like, I'm going to move myself with my telekinesis. And then I can fly and be like, hey, Andrew, I got your power and my power.
Well, now that we've talked about it, I would go with telekinesis. We broke it down. I think we would all obviously go with telekinesis.
I'll be honest, after talking about, the new Infamous guy's powers, I'm surprised no one said to steal somebody else's powers.
Well,
who the fuck else has
only
powers?
three of us.
Well,
we're assuming
your power.
You could.
Ooh, now I got gay lightning.
I just want telekinesis now. Because now I'm pretty badass.
What a follower.
Yeah, I mean, you
Hey, we talked about it all night. Hey, I brought up that movie and I was like, hey, they have telekinesis.
I was going to get into it before we
badass.
switched shifts when I said the immortality thing.
Yeah.
The reason I was going to get immortality, I was going to go invulnerable/immortal because of Deadpool, but then telekinesis would be more fun, and I don't have to deal with the burdens of my loved ones dying and me still being alive.
Death is an honor, guys. Dying in battle. It's an honor.
Alright, on that note, we're going to take a break. Alright guys, now it's time for the great segment, Love Advice with Andrew. Andrew, we got 2 questions for you this week.
Awesome.
No female questions, I don't think, based on what it says. I really don't know if the first one is or not. They've got an androgynous name. Don't know the gender from it. But the question is, Andrew, I'm in an interracial relationship, and my family isn't very accepting of it. Has this ever happened to you? Do you have any advice?
Well, no, that's never happened to me before, but I mean...
Wait, what do you got against interracial couples?
I have nothing against interracial couples. I was just, taught from a young age that...
Tread lightly.
They make good prints. But... I mean, if, be with whoever you want to be, race doesn't matter. Just be whoever you want to be. I don't know. It's hard. That's very hard and puts me in a very hard place kind of question.
I got you. And Josh over here geeking out.
What an asshole. Well, we know exactly what Josh is thinking. Let's not even bring that up.
No, I'm just laughing at that. They're good friends.
I'll just say right now, I'm glad this segment isn't Love Advice with Josh.
Yeah.
I feel like we'd get... Alright, no, we wouldn't get beat up because no one listens to this. But...
It would be not very helpful.
I definitely understand the whole family not accepting everything.
Yeah, that's kind of a bitch.
But, just do whatever you want. It's your life. Do what you want.
I mean, it's 2013. I mean, it's not Love Advice to Thomas, but it's 2013. Do what you're going to do. If your parents don't like it, whatever. Ask a lot of people that are married. I bet a lot of people that are married, their parents didn't like the person they're married to when they were younger, so fuck it. They'll learn to deal with it. If you like them, you like them. Your parents can go pound a chode. Alright.
Alright. Here's hoping the next question is not as bad for
it's not.
screwing me over.
It's not. Alright. Andrew recently met a girl and got her phone number. Obviously, I don't want to text her too much to seem desperate, but I also don't want to just ignore her. What would you do?
Alright. I met a girl at a bar one time, and I texted her that night. I was like, did you make it home safe? Don't wait. If you want to text him. I was like, I texted her that night, and she appreciated that. I mean, don't blow up their phone, but most girls want you to text them. I mean, don't blow up their phone, but text them. They're not going to text you. Most girls are like, okay, he's going to be a dick, then let him be a dick. Just be yourself and actually text them. Don't be a fucking faggot about it.
Don't be a fucking faggot.
Don't be an insecure little bitch like, maybe I shouldn't text her. She'll text me. Yeah. No, just fucking text her. Get it
fucking take charge.
Yeah, basically.
Show some
That's
balls.
what I'm saying. That's what I have learned.
Andrew's learned to take charge and grab some balls.
Yeah.
I don't grab balls. Listen, what was like? I get some.
You get some Mike and Ike's?
Yeah, I get some Mike and Ike's.
Yeah, we're gonna get some Mike and Ike's. Oh, inside jokes. It's great. For all the people that actually know me personally, when you see me, ask me what Get Some Mike and Ike's are, and I'll show you and I'll explain it to you. It's pretty fucking hysterical. I came up with it the other day. It's pretty good stuff. That actually wraps up Love Advice with Andrew. Ironically, again, good advice from Andrew.
Boom.
We might have to bounce this segment because he's not being funny. Just give the good advice.
It was kind of fun.
The first one was just funny because of the context of the question. Like
that was like, you know what we're gonna ask the Andrew.
Like, what state do you live in? That person definitely lives in the South. Like,
probably
let's be
Florida.
honest.
Let's be honest, it's Florida.
Or Alabama.
Alabama, Florida, Mississippi.
Yeah, just keep naming southern states, and that might be. They came from one of those. It's under the Bible Belt.
Yeah. Terrible places. Terrible places.
Places I'd never want to live. All right, and that wraps up Andrew's Love Advice. We're going to come back and get into our last segment of the day. It's going to be porn stars and whether or not they should wear goggles to keep semen out of their eyes. Alright guys, this is a story that I've been wanting to get into for a little while since I saw it. Under a new California bill, they want to require adult film stars to wear protective goggles during scenes. And the direct quote is, "They require that personal protective equipment be used to prevent contact of an employee's eye, skin, mucous membranes, or genitals with blood or OPM STI of another." OPM STI is described by OSHA as not safe for work content, soon to follow. Pre-ejaculate, ejaculate, semen, vaginal secretions, fecal matter or rectal secretions, secretions from wounds or sores that are potentially infected with sexually transmitted pathogens, any other bodily fluid when visibly contaminated with blood, or are all bodily fluids in situations where it's difficult or impossible to differentiate between bodily fluids. So orgies is what that last one is going to gravitate to, or a murder scene. I don't know if that's his blood or my blood, but I'm not getting in it.
Okay, let's think about this. They don't want it in their eyes, but what about their mouth? Like, that's like...
It's funny you say that.
Protect anything?
It's funny you say that because if you scroll down further into the article, it talks about how also part of the bill is that having to wear condoms. But the condoms are only going to be required for anal or vaginal scenes for penetration. So there's no oral. So
that makes no sense.
Yes. So now there's that big loophole right there
that makes the
it's not
entire
going to
fucking
stop
bill
anything.
stupid.
It's not going to stop anything. I mean, let's be honest. Who wants to watch their porn without a little oral?
All right. What do you think about this, Josh?
Well, I think Andrew's last quote was truest words ever spoken.
I'm learning a lot about this guys right now.
Yes, you are. But
I don't like it.
but yeah, I was like, just picturing yourself watching porn where a chick's wearing goggles. It's just like, it just seems retarded. I was like, I get what they're trying to do, but like with that, especially with that loophole, it's done. I was like, everything you're trying to do is fucked up right there.
I think them conservative assholes are just being, dicks. Like, just leave our porn industry alone and let the fluids go where the fluids go. I think that's what I have to say.
I think the condom thing's a no-brainer. I thought, wasn't there a huge outbreak in the 70s, where they had to shut down the porn industry for years?
I think that was the most unprotected time period.
Yeah,
I don't watch porn from that era.
Me neither.
I don't either, but I think there was a big thing about it. There was just a thing.
It sounds legitimate.
Yeah, I think there was a big concern about it in the 70s. Obviously, I'm not a fucking porn historian. But I think there's a big outbreak, so I thought the condoms thing was already in effect. I thought that was just smart practice. Obviously, they're not trying to conceive children, they're fucking porn stars. Wear the fucking condom.
I mean, I'm not in the porn industry. I don't know, but I think they
You're
test.
not in the porn industry.
I mean, not for my lack of,
I didn't know that about you.
I'm not. It's not for my lack of ability. I just don't want to, put that in my name. Like, I don't want to be seen as.
I don't want to be Andrew Pornstar Payne. All right.
You don't want to be a celebrity.
I could be.
You don't want to get stopped at the local GameStop.
I could be. Let's just say.
Hey, are you that guy whose dick I saw in that girl's mouth? I am. Are you in Assassin's Creed 2? I am.
Boom.
What are you doing later? Playing Madden. So am I. I have so much in common with a porn star. This is awesome. No, I think it's funny because the thing I find funniest about it is the older I get, the more I realize that people have some sick fucking fetishes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
There's probably already goggle and porn stuff out there, like where the people wear goggles, and people probably like that. So that's probably already out there. And then I thought, there's a lot of porn involving doctors and stuff. How can they never have gloves and goggles on during those scenes? Like, the doctor's about to have surgery, they're going to have sex with their intern. That's cool, that's fine. But do you really have time to take your goggles off? No, you just pull your pants down. You got to do this quick. You got a surgery in 20 minutes. Like, come on, where's the practicality in this?
That's what kind of realism in porn you never
what
see.
kind of
If I was a
goggles?
director,
What
you'd
kind
see
of
it.
goggles are they? Are they like the small little
I don't think they said
swimming
like,
goggles, or like the big ass fucking I'm in
I
a
wanna-
science lab goggles?
I want to
that
see
cover
like
everything?
I want to see like a welder's mask,
Oh,
like
yeah.
the one that goes over top your head and the full face shield.
Yeah, like
I'll be honest, like when you first brought this up, I just kind of pictured like those old school like scuba divers with like the circle fucking face mask.
Like 1,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
I was picturing like the goggles we have now, like the little small goggles that just go over your eyes.
Like the
And then-
tanning goggles.
Yeah. But then I was like, wait a minute. There are like the side, like when you're in lab for science class, you have those big freaking goggles that go over like your whole top of your face.
Well, apparently,
Those are really bad looking.
there's like a video that was attached to this article. There's no actual sex, but it's kind of making fun of the idea of this. So it starts off like a regular porn scene where it's like the dude's like, "Hey, yo, pizza's here," and the chick busts and they start kissing. And then as they start laying down, they put on like goggles and stuff like that. So the guy actually has the big science lab goggles on, and then the other girl's like putting gloves on, and she's got the full face shield. It's pretty funny looking. I didn't watch the video. I tried to stop it because I didn't realize. I thought like porn was just starting on my shit. I was like, not another Trojan.
Trojan man.
Dude, wouldn't that be funny if they started having the Trojan Man now in the commercials just wearing goggles and shit as he comes through the store? Like, I need condoms and goggles.
I mean, they already have scientists in the commercials wearing them.
That'd be so fucking hysterical if Trojan made goggles. Trojan goggles, and they start getting marketed in porn. Then a conservative takes office and requires them in all bedrooms across the nation.
Nobody wants herpes of the eye.
I'm saying a simple
I don't want herpes of the genitals.
I mean, I think herpes is just like a no-go everywhere, but
Yeah, just keep that shit away from me.
Herpes is forever, Jack.
I don't think anyone's just like, maybe if it's just on my lips, it'll be alright.
Oh god, that's horrible.
But yeah, I was like, honestly, I think a better alternative would just be like have the chicks wear glasses. I was like, glasses are kind of hot and they're not retarded looking.
Well, but then, that's not protecting their eyes from getting stuff in it.
Yeah, it's gonna, if it's,
I mean, if you aim right, you're solid.
Oh, buddy. Let's not get too in detail.
Okay, so we're just gonna gloss over that little fact. I just find it hilarious that this is something that they want to deal with. Like, isn't there more stuff going on in your state that requires more attention than whether or not porn stars wear goggles or not?
I guess not in California.
I guess it is California. They had Schwarzenegger as governor, so I mean, they don't really give a fuck, clearly. But, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm just a realist. But also, it makes me wonder, like I told you guys before the story about where I was left at a job site and I had to try to get back to the job site in time. And I didn't know the area, so I went to try to cut through the woods. I found some tents. And what I think was two homeless people fucking. So, and I didn't investigate the tents, obviously. I heard moans. I know what moans mean. And they're homeless. So either they're dying or they're fucking. And I heard two different moans. One from a female, one from a man. I made my peace with what was happening and I ran out of the woods. People saw me running down like a Reston sidewalk like I had just robbed a bank. Like I was scared. So, it just made me think of a fetish porn where I just get on Craigslist, find some dirty skeet chicks, have them dress up in terrible weathered clothes, and have other dudes do them, I'd probably make a fucking handful because they're sick pervs that'll sit on their laptop and be like, oh man, I'll give her a home. I'll give her a home so fucking hard. And then just...
HomelessHookups.com.
Yeah, I was going to call it HomelessFacials.com.
Should have walked up to that tent and been like, I hope you guys are wearing protection, and fucking threw goggles at them.
That would be fucking amazing. If this story had been out when I was doing that, and I knew that I was going to see homeless people fucking in a tent, because that's how I planned my days, I would have totally brought goggles with me. I think I might do that from now on. Now I'm just going to have goggles on me, and anytime, like, man, if I hear two people fucking today, I'm going to throw goggles at them and run.
Put some goggles on it.
That the parents start giving it to kids when they go off to college.
So I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you something that I wish I would have had back in the day.
Thanks, Mom.
I feel like that'd be more of a present a mom would give to her daughter.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, a teenager, his mom opens the door and he's got his pants off and goggles on, like, what are you doing? Nothing, Mom, get out of the room! Oh, there's so much that can be done with this goggle thing. So much that is so wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was a ridiculous story. I hope everyone listening thought that was a ridiculous story. That's all we got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. Hopefully we'll be back next week with some more stories. Hopefully something as entertaining as porn goggles. As always, we're always willing to hear what you guys got to say. Negative, positive about the podcast. We're planning on moving the podcast to another website, getting some more software, and trying to make this a better experience for everybody. Try to grab a bigger audience. So, Andrew, you got any departing words of wisdom for the viewers?
Watch the fucking podcast or fuck off.
How about you, Josh?
Get yourself a pair of goggles.
Get yourself a pair of goggles. I can't really add anything on top of that. You guys be safe, wear your goggles.